Good morning. It is time for Random Thoughts. And I hope you enjoyed the series of Random Thoughts, all in one Random Thoughts video last week. If you haven't seen it, you can go back, look at our playlist, and check on what we did last week. Today, I want to talk about one other thing that is a random thought that has been kind of challenging for the church, especially partly because of this pandemic, partly because we're in an entertainment type mode. For example, this is entertainment type mode. I'm telling you, you're listening, you're sitting at home or wherever you may be watching and listening to this video. There's not a lot of participation. And I was kind of cued into this whole topic because of, can you hear it? You may not be able to hear it because my office door is closed, but there is a joyful or sometimes not so joyful noise around our offices. There is sometimes a very loud racket coming from our children, especially in this building. In this building here, we have children that are 1-year-olds, 2 1-year-old classes, 2 2-year-old classes that are in this building, plus the art room, plus the music room, and the music room is right around the corner. So when there is music class, there is a joyful noise going on, and a lot of times the kids are having seriously a lot of fun. But that leads me to a thought that I want to share with you in our video today, and that is musical participation within the framework of the worship service. We'll get into that a little bit as we make a joyful noise in today's episode of Random Thoughts. Be right back.
I know a man, his name is Jesus. He died for you and he died for me, gave us a chance to be free. I know a man, said he won't forsake me. Whether times are up or times are down, Savior, he will be. Looking at old Peter, walking on the water, Jesus reached out and he saved him from sea.
As I was getting prepped for this, I did a kind of a little random search, and I typed in my software, joyful noise. Now, I knew of one referent. I didn't realize that there was 4. And it all 4 of them relates to our time in singing. Let me just share with you what those passages are. The first one is from Psalm 95, beginning in verse 1 and 2. O come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come into his presence with thanksgiving. Let us make a joyful noise to him with songs of praise. Joyful noise. I am singing to the Lord. I'm sharing with him everything. Okay, I made up a little ditty kind of thing. But the interesting thing is, this is what we do. We, as the Church of God, sing. Liturgical congregations, like what faith is, do a lot of singing. We sing parts of our liturgy, we sing hymns, songs, and spiritual songs, a quote from another passage. We also sing in concert with one another. Now, I remember one lady, elderly lady, in one of the congregations I served many years ago. She said, we just don't sing out very, very well. And I don't sing, I just kind of croak, she said. And I said, well, God calls us to make a joyful noise unto the Lord. It doesn't matter how well one sings. It doesn't even matter whether or not we enjoy singing. Why do we make a joyful noise? Well, let's look at this passage from Psalm 95 one more time. O come, let us sing to the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. There's a reason. To the rock of our salvation. To the God who saves us, makes us whole, makes us new. We want to talk to God. Singing is not entertainment. Okay, let's just get that one right out on the board right now. Singing is not entertainment. Singing, especially when we're singing songs, hymns, and spiritual songs to the Lord, they are like prayers. They're musical prayers. Let's think about it that way. You want to pray to God, you can put it to music. In a sense, that's what Gregorian chant has done. They have put prayers to God in a monotone but very reverent tone of note. They sing to God in a wonderful way, not unlike noise. Like I said, I'm making a lot of this stuff up right now. But the interesting thing is that's what we do. We make this joyful noise to God. Let me kind of go over one more passage here for you in the time that we have. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Wow. Break forth in joyous song and sing praises. And there's our key phrase, to the Lord. We're not singing to hear ourselves sing. I'll go one more real quick example before we get to the last two passages. When I was looking to go to the seminary, preparing myself to learn how to be a pastor, went to the seminary in St. Louis, Concordia Seminary, St. Louis, blatant plug, great school, great staff, great faculty. And we went to chapel. Now, chapel isn't in the big building that they have now. Chapel was in an auditorium, designed to be an auditorium for like presentations and stuff. It was full. Students, faculty, staff were there. And normally I like to sing out. In my home congregations, I was the choir director and a primary singer, etc. When I got into that room and these guys broke forth in joyful noise, oh my word, I could barely hear myself sing. I couldn't hear my wife singing right next to me. That's how big and brash and wonderful that song and singing was all about. So, break forth in joyous song and sing praises. And again, to the Lord. We're doing it to Him to show our life and our response to the life that He's given us. Okay, one more quote. With trumpets and the sound of the horn, make a joyful noise before the King, the Lord. So now it's not just with our voices. Now it's instrumentation. So Christian churches over the last couple of hundred years have been predominantly instrument of choice, the organ. Now, the organ can be a very exciting instrument. And I bet you're looking at me as you see this, going, an organ, an exciting instrument. It can be. In the right hands and in the right dynamics, an organ can be a fantastic instrument. It could enhance all kinds of singing. You know, growing up through the 50s, well, I was born in the 50s, but growing up through the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, here's all the rock and roll and everything else like that, right? Big, huge bass lines, driving drums, etc., etc., etc. I mean, that's what people nowadays think of as music. The organ is so passé. Well, it's not. In the right hands, an organ is an instrument that will bring literally tears to your eyes. Trumpets, violins, drums, trombones, that's my favorite instrument, by the way, pianos, all these instruments. With trumpets and sound, make a joyful noise to the King, to the Lord. And last referent, Psalm 100, verse 1. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. So what is God trying to tell us here in these particular passages? That our noise, our singing, our praising may not be on pitch. I'd love it, wonderful on pitch, but it doesn't have to be. It can be gravel, it can be clear, but this is the deal. It's joyful to the Lord for all that He has done for us. That's why we sing. It's not to make ourselves heard. And that's why our service is a participation service. It's not passive. It's not sit back and watch and listen. Okay. No, it's responsive. It's ready. It's active. It's engaging. And I pray that whenever I set up a worship service for y'all, it is engaging to you, that you want to participate. But bottom line here is this. When we are with God and we are sharing our time with Him and He is sharing His time with us, let us make a joyful noise to the Lord, to the rock of our salvation, for the one who gave us life. All right, that's our random thought for today. Joyful noise. Thank you guys for being here. Stick around. Check out our videos this coming Sunday on our next episode of The Word. Also, our live streaming of our worship service tonight at 6:30 p.m., our midweek Lenten service. We will be continuing our study and growth in the penitence and the passion. We'll get into that. Today it's about John and Mary. Exciting time about that. And then Sunday, join us at 9:15 for our time of Christian education, and then 10:30 for our worship service. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you. Oh, don't forget, give us a thumbs up, share the video. Don't forget to like our channel, all those other wonderful things. I'll put that on the end. All right, thank you guys. See you later. Have a great day. Bye.